And I don't greatly like the idea of that because, you know, sometimes the prisoners are sadistic pricks and they love to hurt them. Holy shit, I never noticed that I actually made a perfect, like, wow, okay. That actually makes it a lot easier for allocating shit in there. Yeah, I just want it that if they are near a door, they can literally just run in that door and get away. They should never be, unless they're like out hunting something for food, they should never be so far from safety that they can't like potentially get to safety. Hey Azula, I can't see my screen, darling. Come on, you need to move. Thank you. She jumped up and then she heard something, so she stopped. She normally just keeps walking. Did you like your tuna? Probably not, honestly. You're more of a fresh chicken and gravy cat, you know? Needed to get cat food tonight anyway, so we could get her something special. We try to, well, I should say we used to do this thing where we ordered from a specific supplier because she has a special diet because she gets a sore belly eating most foods, and which I totally relate to. Like the last thing you want to do is eat something when it hurts to eat it. So we did try to like go out of our way and make sure that she was always good for food. And this particular place that we were ordering from was so shit. They never had her stuff. Like, and when they did say they had her stuff, they legitimately didn't have her stuff and wouldn't send it out. It was really frustrating. So, yeah, it was always a case of like, okay, well, they don't actually have it. What are we going to do for the month? And we ended up coming to the conclusion that it's like, well, if it's going to be that, like, while kitten food's not the best thing and it's probably going to cause us some weight gain because, you know, kitten food is a little bit fattening. And she loves her food, so she's a little bit of plump kitten herself. Yeah, we just have to do that and just exercise her more for it. And because we've been doing that, we've pretty much committed to trying to buy a month's worth of cat food at a time, which I haven't done since I was single, honestly. And I had one cat back then, so it was quite easy to get like a month's worth of cat food, you know. And so now trying to think of it for two cats and trying to make sure we've got enough variety because one of them's picky and the other one doesn't care. And on top of that, like, you know, the availability of what is there when we are shopping for that month. Yeah, it's been interesting. And tonight's when we're supposed to do a month kind of shop to get them stuff. I'm not too keen on this being out here because it could potentially send them out. But if it makes a difference, it makes a difference. If they're near it, it could be the difference, you know? I also hate how these fences look up against stuff. Like, I get it, I don't actually need the fence to go all along here because of this, but I know if this breaks or whatever, they have to be able to get in here. My rhino is like really chilling out in these really lush areas and sort of pissing me off because I'm like, it's not your food, dude. It's our winter supply and I really need you to stay the fuck out of there. Okay, so that and down here. Oh, hello, cougar. You are in the wrong pen, sir. Madame, apologies. Deepest of apologies. Just assume that I did the most graceful fucking deep bow to that. I see all the cats coming down here for sleep though. All the cows and chickens and shit coming in here. What are you hurt for? Are you in... No. Oh, it may have just collapsed, or it was. This one's got malnutrition though. To be fair, I don't have much food for them. Whatever they harvest nearby is whatever they're getting. Azula, do not hit the window. I know it makes a delightful crinkle noise to you, but it picks up in my audio, unfortunately. That I've noticed. Okay, so there's like cats and stuff going everywhere here. I don't think anybody's awake. You're not a pacifist. Oh, who's got... Oh, shit. That's bad. Okay, so 13 of my colonists have got sick with fibrous mechanites. Ensure that they've got medical beds and a doctor, make sure they get proper treatment, and spend as much time in a bed as possible. So from what I recall is when they get these, they can reoccur, and it's kind of like they just ache and sick and unwell. I don't know if they can die from it. I do not know. But what I do need is I need a hunter. You're awake. Oh, good, you're already hunting it. That's great. Because I was going to say, I'm like, it's right here. It's going to start nomming on creatures soon. I just love my variety of eggs. Hey, like, that's so awesome. I don't know how many of those are damaged due to the temperature, because if they lay it out here anywhere, it's immediately damaged, and then when they take it to there, I don't think it counts as changed. But I know that eventually it will rot if it reaches a temperature where it's like okay like that. I definitely don't have as much wood as I was hoping, so I don't really want a heap of wood. I'll be honest, I don't want a heap of wood down where the animals are. So if I could get rid of that, that'd be great, because I want that to be more grass. Now, I believe Tor mentioned that I could have this changed, and I forgot all about it, honestly. But I don't want there to be trees. This will make them forcibly cut trees when they grow in here, which would be really good for my wood supply. Auto cut in pens? They're supposed to cut these? Because I thought the ticks would be cut. Let me just clear all. Yeah, okay, so disallowing it. I'll tell you what, I'll allow like that and hold up. I've never actually looked at this before. Auto cut plants and pens. Ah, okay, so yes. So if I clear everything, that means nothing gets cut, right? And if I click these, it should cut these. That's what I would imagine would happen. So yeah, if that's what's going to happen, I wouldn't mind that. I don't want them to really waste their time on like brambles and stuff like that. But if there's burnt trees and trees, that'd be good. Okay. Come on, lag. There we go. Oh yeah, my internet. So I've learnt what it is because they're upgrading to the NBN in my area. Finally. What is happening is that basically the network that we're with is not as stable as the place that we used to be with, which is fair. It's substantially cheaper. So obviously I'm getting what I'm paying for, but at the same time, it's not viable for like my streaming, which is obvious because while it streams out really nice and clear, it doesn't always save the VOD in the best because it doesn't have enough internet for that for some reason, however it works. But yeah, we're going to talk to them about it because they reckon that we've got no problems at all with the internet, but my VODs say a different picture. And that picture is, hi sir, it isn't working as pretty and wonderful as you think it is. So yeah. Okay, well this will look like basically a straight line except for like the couple of dots there. I think that's where I was doing it. Yeah, alright. Just keep an eye on these because these are a fucking nightmare for me. I want them to just be like up in these little corners where it says that it's like granite. I can't build anything because I don't have marble, but I think if they remove this, I would get blocks. Yeah. If I cancel that, are these to remove? Ah, yes. Okie dokie. Well, that's what's going on out here then. Let's just remove anything that shouldn't be out here like that. They'll give me a few granite blocks because I know that the ones outside should be granite. I kind of can't wait until these are actually built. Like this side's sturdy, so I can remove these. This one is still getting there. I thought I removed that before, but maybe I moved the other one. Perhaps. once they start getting built, it'd be great. Let's move these over because I already know where these are going, so I might as well. I am going to have to make more, I don't know how you say it, like hospitalized sort of stuff in here eventually. That will happen. But not right now. Oh, let me click on it. Yeah, at the moment I've only got like the most basic ass beds in here, and it's honestly, it's doing its job. It's doing what I could expect. I would like to make some like wild colors in here though. I'm not sure what yet. I'd love to make like more of an orange type thing, but I only have like, I don't know, green and red kind of just make like a semi-shitty brown in this. And I don't think green and purple really do anything. The green in this game is so bright as far as lights go. Really frustrating. Lemmy, you're doing a great job. Let's get... Can you just move this over for me, please? Oh, thank you. Now I can move this last one, and I can leave it be, because once that gets built, the rest of this should be fine. I'll just need to knock out these 3 pillars here, and then I'll have a pretty good hospital situation. Now, I did want this to be the opposite of where I put my beds on the other one. So that's medical. That one will be medical. And yeah, this one should be, hey. Yeah. Cool. So when these 2 move their beds, which this one doesn't look like it's getting moved. There we go. All right. So they'll all move and they'll be done. They'll be done so soon. I'm stoked, basically. I can't do anything for a lot of these other beds, but I've got all these animal beds coming in now. I'm not putting any of them inside the hospital. I don't give 2 shits if it's a cat or what. Unfortunately, every time I put a bed in the hospital, I end up with a fucking cow or something in there that's not supposed to be. And I really just would rather them be treated just outside because they don't seem to get affected. The animals aren't too bothered by the cold. Depends what it is, obviously. I do have some medical stuff up here. And I thought about, I would love to have had some medical stuff in here. However, I can't kind of, because it's too far away and I'd need to be treating them like right here. So if I needed a medical space, it would have to be in here, but I couldn't have it like closed off to the sun. If that makes sense, because I need this space extra for food. And in winter, they sure as shit don't have that kind of nutrition. But this will do for like keeping them right here near it. Also, I would love to change this over to all that, but because it's over that like boggy shit, I can't. That's the best I could do. What are you set to? You're like -9. You guys moved those. Sweet. I feel like I'm all over the shop today, but I'm getting a lot of little things done. Probably the important thing, I guess. Okay. So you and you. It's outdoors, bad temperature. Oh, because those doors are open. Okay. Look, let me grab this light. And we'll be probably reinstalling it in this corner anyway. Now, I will have extra lights in some of these rooms. So, I thought about just having the 2, honestly. I don't know. It's very hard. Well, I used to have the butcher's area red. And it's very, very hard to see when there's actually like blood in there because it kind of masks it a little bit. Or at least that's how I found it was for me. So I kind of don't want to do that again. I was going to move these lights actually out and just have them 2 on the door. I have them just the 2 on the indent and I could move the ones from the doors. It would make for an interesting shape. It would also give me straight up lights in other rooms. Why not? Okay, where was I taking that from? There. There was 2 on the doors then, but that's the case. My biggest problem is I've got a light shortage at the moment. Because I don't have enough steel. That's basically what the problem is. So I should be able to get enough by just tactfully moving some stuff around. It's going to make the kitchen a little bit darker for now, but it's going to give me light in these other rooms if I just disperse these. I also don't have a bed there. I thought I had a bed there. Oh, I'm missing 3. Okay, well, I still need to be making these then. They are making them. They're just making them real slow. 1, 2, 3. Horrifying. Anyway, what are these? Machining tables? That's a lot of machining tables. I probably don't need that many. Oh, that's a smelter. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, this better be like 2 types of something because that's a lot. I also wouldn't mind that being more like blue than orange type thing, but we'll see how we go. That's all the way down to the edge. Okay. Tell you what, I could probably copy that. Hey. Copy this. There. You can disperse for the moment, and you can disperse. We'll just copy this one. Oh, there's a fucking bed in the way. Go away. Okay. And I want this thing. I'm gonna need one of those, what do you call them? Those green, these things up in here too. These unfortunately take up a lot of steel, and I'm pretty sure this is dealing to a lot, but I did want to like marry them to corner more so. So I can take you, I don't know, I don't mind it being like a little like thing where it is. Can it reach everything in that room? Looks like it, eh? Because if I was, yeah. Okay, it looks like except for the ones behind there, it can do almost everything. Do you see the one table it's not doing is this one? Do you see that? I've got white strands coming off of all of it except for that one table, and I don't know if it's limited. Does it say if it's limited? It requires light to be used. Wow, okay. Cover effectiveness, at least 50% covered. Okay. Interesting. Interesting to me. Okay, so if that's the case, I could probably do more of like a petal type of thing. That one's touching everything. I wish I could put this on a diagonal. That would be so great to me. I'll move you over by 1. I'm probably going to need these, honestly, in the other rooms. So you're going to be... apparently, it doesn't matter if I flip it. You're pretty much going to be like here, I imagine. I need this bed gone. Or at least duplicated somewhere else. So I can work with it. So that's going to go there. Okay. This one is also pretty much there. Cool. If I need it, I'll put another one in, but by the look of this, one can touch all of them, which is really good. I was afraid that there may have been a limit. I haven't had a lot of like same buildings in the one room. I'm not too worried about the distance factor because I'll probably end up putting like, what do you call them, like statues and stuff in here. Like decorate like diagonally or some shit because, you know, that's the only thing you can decorate diagonally is individual stuff. That would be so nice. Have like a nice line or like a sprout or something here. But I think all these, I'm going to make a couple that have kibble. I'm going to make you guys have a limit of 100 for now on certain ones. There's going to be limits on some of these machines. And the only reason why I want to do it is because it's going to force them to move to a different one. Like up here. If they want to make more kibble, no, beyond 100 kibble, if they want to make, say, let's just say for the sake of it, 200 kibble, right? They've already maxed out the 100. They want to keep making kibble. There's only one available that they can move up to. They can have 2 people going here like crazy up until 100. But once it hits 100, only one person can make that kibble, and it's this one machine. That's kind of like how I try to I guess, stop them from wasting too much time doing something. Oh, it's my caravan away. Holy shit, when did that happen? A while ago. Just know I'm like pulling some like really shocked faces right now. I'm like, whoops. I was not paying attention. They slipped out so quietly. I bet you guys even heard it and I didn't. And I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And they're already there and that looks like brains. But anyway. Oh, God. Plasteel. Somebody should have that, honestly. Where's Chimpanzee? I know they give him the really, really great stuff. Last time I gave him uranium. That's good, but what if you had a masterwork? How would you feel about that? I know you got to get up to equip this, but I think you should have something nice. You're like one of my best guys in this whole base, honestly. You're like the real champion of this group. You do all the stuff, you know, you fight all the people. You do pretty good. It's still 9 degrees. How is that bad temperature? Okay, well, it's warm, but it's not greatly warm. Yeah, it's still fighting the temperature pretty hard. I guess winter we just have bad shit go. I thought about having like a table up in this scenario. Or I could potentially put like the food all the way in there. Because they will pick up food. I don't mind like allowing the prisoners to have food in case I don't have wardens available. But furniture, would you guys like maybe some limestone? And a little table like this? You won't really be able to get in behind it like that, hey? Well, it's pretty much only going to be like one person per thing, so do you have anything smaller? I really don't, eh? I could give you a proper table. Be a bit much. Why the fuck not? I guess I'm probably going to add an additional bed or something to this room. Let's bring it down by one more. I kind of just feel like that's a waste, though. What are these? 2x4. That's 1x4. Be thicker. That'll be for my group later when I get like too many people. I used to like having plant pots and stuff like that. But the only problem is like my people don't upkeep it. I hate it that they don't. Stools, animal beds. I kind of want to prevent them from having animal boxes with them, honestly. I'm guessing this is really like the smallest type of table I could probably have. If that's the case, it would be like there. I don't really want to give them like a massive table, honestly. Okay, so they're going to get that. Same with this lot. I'm doing a lot of work on prison stuff, honestly. I realize that. Oh, this one's in the way. Look, I'll build it there. This can go because this one's already here and that one should be good to go. This one's not, but the center pillar is. I think this side should hold. I say that with a lot of faith in that. I really do. Because I know that they'll remove it and it will fucking go down. Where are you going to sleep? I'm curious where this guy's going to sleep. I want to see where you actually are headed. Are you down in there? Oh, you have a specific bed down there? Holy shit. Okay, yeah, well, that's going to be interesting. You see, at the moment, I don't have any, like, beds in this space because it's refrigerated. So any animal that chooses to sleep in here is really just, like, sleeping at their own goddamn risk. Is that on target temperatures? Not quite. The other one I had was -9. That could be where that problem is. I have one more like that. I've got the one up here. That one's set to that, yeah. And these are fucking frostbitten. That will do. God, I have a lot of eggs. Look at all these eggs. And some of them are fertile. Holy hell. Some of them are unfertile, and I really wish they'd bring them in. Is this allowed to have, because these are unfertile, right? Yeah. They haven't kicked them outside, so I'd say it would be fine. Just haven't brought them up for resources yet. I sort of wouldn't mind putting one of these in with the prisoners. I don't want them to risk destroying it, so I normally only put those in places where they can't really destroy it. How many things have I got? 1, 2, 3. That's technically 4. I could put one up here, maybe. I don't think I could... Oh, shit, I can center that. Holy hell. That's getting centered. If that's the case, I almost want to, like, close off this area so it can't, like, get damaged by anything wild, but nothing much I can really do about that. All I can do... Make sure... Do I have a roof in this area? Oh, I don't. I don't mind that, though. I don't really mind that it doesn't have a roof. It just means that they get rained on when they're walking between stuff, is all. Now, they don't have the roofs on these other bits. How's this going for it? That's right. It doesn't have any, so let's ignore this up here. I can see some parts up here that are wrong. I'm still trying to fix so much of this. This is where it doesn't look right in the shadows. Yeah, there we are. Okay, that one should be fucking finished. By the time it's done, I really don't need a roof in there, but there's nothing I could do about it. Oh, we have an eclipse? Okay, that's fine. So no solar for, I think it's 24 hours? I have so many dead-ass trees. I don't even want to start building down here yet. It's like, until I've got everything else where I need it to be. Because honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is having 2 major hospitals and 2 big storage areas. But the only problem is, if I do that, anything that's related to crafting would go down the bottom. And anything that's related to food would be up here. Plus, I'd have to move these air conditioners out there too, as well. But it's not a bad idea, honestly. I think that's probably where I'm going to go with stuff, is 2 major hospitals in the center. And having, like, probably kitchen or, like, fridgeables and non-fridgeables, which would mean that I have to move all that shit into its own area down in here. Which would be great fun. It's actually probably a little bit too far away for them if they're up on the top half, so I'd probably have to halve that then. So I'd have to have, like, dining crafts and recreational stuff, and then all these other stuff would have to go down the bottom. And then have, like, literally their version of this down the bottom where they'd have crafting stuff and then recreational stuff. All surrounded by that. That's actually not a bad idea, because they'll be half and half then. So if they're working nearby, they can get to it. And if they're not, they should be next to one half of it at any time. Kind of good. The only thing I don't have is this kind of scenario for up top, which I haven't needed yet. But I don't hate it. The only problem is I've got this cropped that they cannot access in here, which is kind of uncool for them. I really would have preferred to have had, like, this kind of thing maybe attached to the outside. But I know that this is a section where they can't get food from anywhere because of the ground type. There's only a small amount down here that they could have, and they aren't. So I'm not really losing anything by this being in the pen. Okay, everything that can get hay grass will get hay grass up here. Anything I could do is remove the roof part from here, because that'll allow just the tiniest sliver of extra stuff, and I don't even think that matters, because they can't grow on it. Yeah. I kind of thought so, but I thought I'd check. How's my animals doing? Malnutrition. Yeah, okay. A lot of my animals have got that. That's unfortunate. Visitors. I almost feel like opening up the pen to let them roam out, because I know they'll run towards anything that's got food. Okay, so we got visitors. I must have sent Corpsey out. Who's another good talker? You got 12. Ooh, you got 13. One-san, get on that. Have a conversation. What other animals have we got? But these guys need to get taken care of. We have horses in the vicinity if I could get them. Oh, my research is done. Oh, let's get... Oh, shit. Geothermal power, please. Work on that. And what did I just get? I got that. Oh, I can get the comms console. Holy shit. Yes, I want that. What's the high-tech research bench? I think that's prosthetics. That's right. I went super down this track to be able to get prosthetics. All this was for Esme. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to need a comms console. I don't really want it to be like smack bam in like the center of a hospital or something like that, but that's almost looking like a good spot. Have it directly centered. Because I don't actually think I need these. I'm going to get rid of them and find out. What I might do is I'll just reinstall these other places at the moment. Like here. If I can move them safely,